All right, good dawning. Welcome to another episode of Good Dawning with myself, Mr. Floyd, or Josh. Well, it used to be Mr. Floyd. Now it's Josh. I was born Josh, but I'm not really Josh. Josh is the body's name, right? I am the light, right? So are you, right? All right, welcome, Bonnie. I have not got anything from the mail, but I will check today. Today's the last day. Otherwise, I'm going to put the forwarding in tomorrow. But who knows? It could be here today. We are packed. Here, I'll give you. Here you go. We. The wall of cheese, right now. Boxeo. Boxes. More boxes. 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 I'm going to spin it around back to me. Pretty much packed. I mean, there's stuff on the wall, but they'll take it as it goes, right? At this point, the big stuff's on the wall, and they're going to put that in the trailer. Or in the. I know. No. It's okay. My mail, generally every place I've lived for the past, so this time we're just gonna get a post office box and make it easy, right? Exactly. So since I'm at my mom's anyways, in a little separation, so we'll get a post office box in Cincinnati. But I'll let you know, Bunny. But the surprise, either way, it's a surprise, and I'm grateful. Yeah, it just didn't quite like, oh my gosh, in the mail. But so there, in that aspect, if it wasn't there, then I wouldn't have known, and so it works out. Um, and if it is there, but like I said, my mail's been screwy. So how we doing, guys? We are packed and pretty much. Um, yeah, I'm just looking around. This like, I feel like I'm missing something, but really I'm not. We'll get out to the car later and start packing that, but kind of. Yeah, there we go. There's some things I needed to pack. All right, so grateful. So welcome, guys. Clint, Loretta. I'm going to assume the Truth Wave just went released. Here we come. Yeah, exactly. Truth Wave just 10:40 and 9:48, 10:48 in Cincinnati. So it'd be like good mid almost afternoon. I mean, it's what you guys have to deal with on the East Coast to make this good dawning. So yeah, losing the 2 hour time difference is going to be an interesting deal. We did not plug in a microphone either, as you can hear. But we'll plug in my plug, but not because I didn't charge. But I did not plug in because I got to figure out I got to crank up the gain and stuff and do some tests. But it'll work. It just got to crank the gain up on the microphone based on the way the phone operates. But we'll get it to work, and it should be fine. But I'll practice with it before tomorrow's show. We will have good dawning tomorrow. And we're going to end the show at 12:13. If you normally we go till 8:45, 9:45, hour and a half. Theoretically, we could end at 12:13 on 12:12, 12:12, 12. We could be on live at 12:12 and 12:12 on 12:12. And exactly, and you wins. Grateful to see you, beautiful soul. All right, so thank you guys, and again, thank you. We got a donation yesterday. That donation was funny. Yesterday was pretty awesome because yesterday I got a donation that covered all of the box of packing supplies. Right, the stuff got not expensive. Nothing's expensive. You never say that, right? Because you're telling your universe where you're capping off what you think is like high priced, right? No. What's his face from Facebook? His yacht is expensive, right? Elon Musk's starship is expensive, but not his packing supplies. They're just priced higher than they need to be. How's that? So there you go. But thank you. I was totally able to complete my shopping for packing supplies, right? And then on top of that, right? So I go to Ziggy's Coffee, right? Not only is it called Ziggy's Coffee, it's just fun to say Ziggy, right? And like Ziggy Stardust or Ziggy the cartoon, but for a while it was going to expire in 2 days. I'm like, well, I'm expiring from this town in about 2 days. So, and they're only local, right? They're here in Boulder, in Denver. So yeah, so it's like poof. I got a free chai yesterday, a 24-ounce chai for free. So yeah, good stuff, right? So yeah, thank you for the donation and thank you for the chai, universe. Um, PG, beautiful soul. Ziggy the pig ice cream and Bill and Ted. Ziggy, eat the piggy. Yeah, Ziggy piggy. Oink oink. Who's a little piggy? Yeah, you do that to Napoleon, right? He's a little piggy. Whack. All right. Yeah, between Napoleon and Joan of Arc. But yeah, but then you got Genghis Khan running around on a skateboard, so that's not going to work very well either, right? Could you imagine Genghis Khan back in the? You take, you get him in the Bill and Ted, right? And then they get back, right? And he's like, he fashions his own skateboard. Now he's running around he's skating around in Eurasia there with his skateboard, terrorizing, right? Instead of his horse, right? He's like, screw that, I got a skateboard and a baseball bat, right? An aluminum one, of course. How do you figure to put the helmet on his head? I have no idea. He had the shoulder pads on too. So I really have no idea who put the shoulder pads on Genghis Khan. But yeah, but Abraham Lincoln thinks he can ice skate. So who the heck really knows? All right, guys. Right. But yeah, why would they remove Mozart though? If he's playing up a storm in a piano shop, I mean, he's playing two piano. He's playing two keyboards and he's reaching back and forth, and he's like he would know where the keys, like he would know which buttons to push on an electronic keyboard. I mean, he would probably just be flabbergasted that such a thing existed, especially in the '80s, right? So, no, it's Beethoven. Out of your, well, either way. You're out of your store if he's playing. Right? It doesn't make any sense. All right, so here we go, guys. 1, 2, and 3. Of course, Billy's a kid. They should take him to the shooting gallery, um, to the rifle range, right? All right, so here's Kuan Yin for today. Bottom card, right? All right. All right, so we've seen this before. Dance of the Butterfly Queen. As pure heart attracts divine grace, that which is impossible becomes possible. From caterpillar to winged creature of delight, you cannot erase. To infuse the situation or dream, and so it may unfold with divine perfection. There we go. And so divine perfection, and yeah, so it is divine unfolding with divine protection and perfection, anyways, right? But you are the I am, so if you declare that, then you're your own divine perfection and protection too, right? All right, so let's all pick a number. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all no. Let's pick a number. I'm not gonna go get the hot dogs can't be beat. All right, so let's see what we got here. Good dunning, everybody. All right, darn it, thank you. All right, let's see what we got from the Angel number 2 deck. So we're gonna pick a card, any card, right? So we are taking the cards with us. I got a box for those. I got a box of crystals. I'm taking a huge box of crystals. I'm taking with me. I mean, everything's going with me, but all right. So let's see what number we've got. Take the bottom card here. Wow. And number 504, not 505 and not 503 or 506. 504, right? So, all right. Oh, you like an A or something? One day at a time, right? So it says here: patience, present, progress, focus, daily effort, future, and mindfulness. The effort you put in today is what will illuminate your future. Focus on what things are right today, and do not worry about what will happen mañana, tomorrow. Your daily efforts are building success, or building the foundation for success. There we go. All right, and so that's our number for today, 504. So there you go. So do you see 504? Is 504 in your frame? What I would say is 5 is change, 0 is your universe, and 4 is the angels. So there's 2 ways to look at that too. Lots of ways, but everybody has their own way. But the way I was pointed out by my guides was to go to Sacred Scribe, and that's generally the spot online. So sacredscribe.com. So go to Sacred Scribe, and you can just type in like meaning of 505, Sacred Scribe, and it'll come right up. All right, so this is the Mind Info Oracle cards. They're very easy to use. They even come with this handy face card, right? But no. All right, let's see what we've got. It's weird. I don't have Chloe's bowl in front of me. I did pack that. It's not packed. It's in my bag or my thing, but box. But so I had a bowl, a jade bowl full of Chloe's field stones, right? And so, but I don't now. So it feels weird not having it in front of me. So today we're going to work with, because it is in front of me, I never wrapped it yet with me, and we are creating magic here, right, with what we're doing. And so we're going to work with the, all right. Hey. All right, let's see what we've got here. Message. Suzette Columbus. Suzette. Hi, Suzette. Who are we deleting here? Let's do this. All right. Community moderation. Subscribers. Any duration. 1 minute. That works. All right. If you want to really become a subscriber, you got 1 minute. Then you want to delete it, and you want to go through all that hassle, you can. But thank you, Suzette. Beautiful soul. I am appreciative. Labradorite. So we will work with that. Look at the labradorite today because it's magical, right? Then we will wrap the labradorite up and throw it in the box with all the rest of the crystals. But somehow I wrapped my sodalite, but we still have sodalite on, so that works. All right. Was that an accident? What was an accident? I don't know what an accident. What happened? All right, so let's cut the cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so grab the bottom card as the energetics for today in the top 3. The bite. That's a lie, though. It doesn't take 3 licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop because you got to. He bit through 77. It wouldn't work, right? So the owl had to bite through. That's a lie. All right, so soar. There you go. Jonathan Livingston Seagull. Don't settle for flying over trash. Go settle and see how fast you can fly, right? So there you go. So soar. Jonathan Livingston Seagull. You are being seagull lesbian seagulls fly with me. Fly away. What movie? Beavis and Butthead Do America. Remember the teacher? Fly with me, lesbian seagull. You are being asked to diminish your own light. Period. Not diminish your own. Stop diminishing. There you go. Stop diminishing your own light. Learn English, right? Period. It's time for you to come out of the shadow. Only the shadow knows. And your authentic soul. And let your authentic self soar. So there you go. Fly high, dear one. Not literally fly. Well, I guess you could fly high if you took an edible or something, right? But no, I mean that's not legal. But you do what you want, but just don't. All right, so we got the face card here. You manifest, yeah. Well, then you manifested that, right? Are you watching Good Dunning? Well, yeah. You have a phone, right? So you manifested that, right? I mean, you're not. Nobody can say they don't manifest, right? Are you wearing clothes? Well most people are like, well, yeah. What kind of a question is that there, Bozo Billy? Of course I'm wearing clothes. No, then you manifested the clothes that you're wearing, right? I mean, you understand, right? Exactamundo, right? So there you go. All right, so in this case, Goodwill manifested it, and then I manifested it after that. Listen. What? I can't hear you. All right, so you're being asked to listen to your inner voice, right? The one that, yeah, exactly. It's been guiding you, but to do something or to say something, and it's time to hear its wisdom. So it's the one that it sounds like it's windy as all get out outside. All right, step back. So if you take 1 foot forward, 2 steps back, right? You've been being asked to step back from your life in order to gain perspective, like the dragonfly perspective, hover over your life. Right? When you are too close to the situation, it can be hard to make a decision. Span out, right? Your view and distance so you can get a better perspective as needed, right? It's like driving in front of the mountains. When you look, it's like, well, there's a mountain. But then if you go back, right? If you go from there all the way to 287, then when you look at the mountains, you've got like 2 miles. You've got a whole much more distance, and you're driving like right down towards 36, down towards Boulder, right? In the wind. But yeah. All right, so today's card, soar, like Jonathan Livingston Seagull. Remember, he didn't want to fly around in trash and fly around the trash pile, right? Dump. He wanted to go and see how fast he could fly, right? Like an Albert, see how high he could fly, right? And exactly. So he broke away from the pack. We're real basic stuff here, but he broke away from. If I'm giving away the book, and it's only a leaflet side book, the flock of seagulls, right? The flock. He ran, right? He ran so far away that he might just have to stay, and he truly got away. But no, he ran away, right? He ran to himself, right? By figuring out he's not just part of the pack, picking out trash, right? So soar like Jonathan. Manifest, right? He manifested. He wants to see how fast he could fly, and he manifested. So manifest, right? If you're soaring, then you're manifesting. I mean, the two have to come together, right? You're not just like bouncing. I mean, you can let the universe do what it wants, but you got to give it some sort of blind direction, right? Some sort of direction to go in. So listen, and it's not only listen to soar. If you're listening, looking at all this, would be listen to yourself, right? Generally speaking, are you listening to yourself? Most people aren't. And then finally, step back so you can see the bigger picture, right? When you step back, Jack. A close talker, right? You ever get a close talker? It's like, step back. Phew. They start talking to you and you get spittle in your face or bad breath. And it's like, dude, did you brush, dude or dudette, did you brush your teeth this dawning? What's going on with you? Step back, Jack, and see the bigger picture, right? Because really the bigger picture is that you are made to soar, right? And there you go. That you are made to manifest. And if you listen to yourself and look at the bigger picture, you get what you want, generally. Generally on this planet. I mean, you may want to be a billionaire and you may become a millionaire, but is that going to work? Probably, but you may not. But either way, you'll still have your needs met, right? All righty, so there we go. Grateful. Bonnie, Neil, Shelley, grateful. To the sea, fly like to the sea. That was the song, To the Sea, you know that song, right, by Alan Parsons Project? To the sea, and it's gone forever. Gone. Yeah, it's interesting because we're literally like, right, if you switch it, right, think about this a second. 20. Thank you. There's 20 of us here, so please hit the like. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed and hit the bell. But yeah, what's funny is if you really flip it all around, what it really is boiling down to here, if you look at that, Gone Forever, right? Alan Parsons Project. That was a song that when I first got into, when Trump got first elected the first time, back that November, that yonder November, was it 14, 15, 15? Yeah, that song played in my head like 100,000 times as I fell into my dark. So now we're on the other side of it, and we're closing out the dark night of all of it, all of the 9 lifetimes, 8 lifetime cycle. Seems like my universe keeps telling me there's 9, and there was a hidden one that we don't know about yet. But who knows? But I don't know. Do you? But no, I don't know. But, grateful. All right. I don't have any pen. I don't have any paper in front of me, but we will do some IM work. We will do some energy clearing as well, and we will have good dawning tomorrow. Somebody suggested that I go past take a super long good dawning and we roll into 12:12 and 12:12 on 12:12 at 12:12, and so we'll see if we can make it that far. But that would be 12:12 on your time. It'd be 11:12 on my time. So I got the guys and gals coming. Imagine guys, but you never know. It's an equal so if somebody wants to do heavy lifting, who's to say if guy or girl? But either way, we have the humans coming to pick up our stuff, and so that's not till noon, so we should be all right. Sometime around noon, I guess if he's blocked, Josh can continue settings and unblock Garnet. I can do that. I have to go backwards though to find moment. I'll lose the video, but. Let's see what we have. Garnet was pretty far back here, but not too far. Unless he's totally dissolved, which is possible. If we deleted him, then he would be totally... I'll have to go into the settings. It's exactly what I'll have to do. Let me see if I can do the chat settings. Let's see what we can do here. Community, moderation, subscribers mode, live chat summary, blocked words... Let's see here. We could just make it anyone, and then but yeah, how do we get him back in here? That's the question. Let's see here. I will have to figure that out. Garnet, there you go. He's back. There you go. All right, so that works. But yeah, that's why I can find brother. And thank you for your continued support. And thank you again. Anybody who supported the donations, I am super grateful. If you want to continue to donate, the gasoline is grateful, right? We are grateful for gasoline. There we go. Say that properly. So if you want to help us with grateful gasoline, then and would be grateful for the gasoline, then you can certainly donate. All the tabs are on my the PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App are on my channel description page there. But thank you. All right, so let's do some energetic work. I do have a few things in front of me here. I still have a feather in there, black. So if you have a feather that has dark and white, and then technically it's not even legal to hold this thing, theoretically. But feathers, they're everywhere, right? They're ubiquitous. So if you have dark and then you have the light, the more light, then the more, right, exactly. So It's always a message from the universe. A dark feather is not a bad thing, right? So I have a black feather in my car, and I have a white feather in my car for balance, right? Exactly. But the black feather's got all those little sprouts from like a rave that I got from Red Rocks stuck on them, but it's fun. I have lots of feathers just like that. Beautiful. So we can feather the. Actually, that's really. I don't know what happened to. I think I ended up packing my Florida water, although I have the other Florida water, the actual bottle of it, not the spray bottle. But I think I ended up packing the spray bottle. So, that case, then yeah, we don't have it, but we do have the bells. So let's use the bells, and then we're going to clear some. This will clear some energy, but then we're going to use the chalkboard method to clear some energies. We're going to use the I am to set some intentions, and then we will do a channeling and close out with a group hug. And yeah, so today's my last full day here in the apartment. So in going on almost less than 24 hours. And Carmen will be back today, and we will finish cleaning, packing, and all of that. And pretty much we're done. I take the sheets off my bed. There we go. And shovel. I'll wash those today and shovel them into a boxo at some point, or I can do them first thing in the morning. But sleep on the bed. Here we go. All right, I'll hang this up one last time, and then it'll go in the box with the tarot card. I'll put it in the same box with the cards. That's good energy too. So, yeah, we do that. There we go. Hung by the chimney with care, right? Literally, it's on the mantle. But Suzette, Josh, best wishes and love on your new. Thank you. Stiff as a board, light as a feather. Is that a thing? What movie was it? The Coven or whatever. Stiff as a board, light as a feather. Is that a real? I have no. I mean, technically they're trying to cast a spell, but we cast spells all the time. We don't even know it. We cast so many spells that we. That's half our problem is we can't keep our thing to Mary, and we see another thing to Fran and another thing to Fred, and it's all based on the same thing, but we're saying different things, so the universe can't ground into what we want, or we say what we want and then we throw we don't deserve it on the back end, so the universe has to be like, all right, you don't deserve it, so we're not going to give it to you. But then we look around and go, where's my manifestation? Nothing's happening. Well, you said you didn't deserve it, so what do you want? So you gave it away to the universe. So yeah, 21st December, the hunting of the Isle of Man, Druids. Oh, there we go. The Isle of Man, isn't it where David Icke, doesn't he live on the Isle of Man? Big race on the Isle of Man, too. And got run over. But yeah, no, wow. 21st, the hunting of the Ram. In Ireland and Isle of Man. Druids. That's one culture I don't feel like Stonehenge and all that. I don't feel as Earth. More Atlantean. But also Karma's birthday. 11/12/12/12. Lindsay. 11/25. There you go. All right, guys. So yeah, let's do some energy work. So let's clear some energy, which we haven't done per se, not this week. Chalkboard method. There we go. So we use the chalkboard and 12 likes. So there we go. 13. Who's number 13? Who didn't like? All right. Who's the hangout there? I'm feeling. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. 13 likes. Thank you. Before you disappear. Yeah, you know what's goofy, and I'm going to give it goofy. Hi, Hershey. Hi. It's weird when you flip over the algorithm there, and you end up on the other side of 1,000. It's a different YouTube. Like we could pull like 30 in some cases, and now it's like there's 10 of us. But I have to regain my consistency, right? So that's part of the problem. Is that with YouTube, and I got to get some shorts going and stuff, and we all know that. So, sitting on mom's couch will put out shorts and such, But yeah, that's the thing about YouTube is once you drop, then YouTube yanks you out of Al Gore's rhythm, and so you lose the algorithm for a minute until you regain the consistency at least. So yeah, so we're gonna have to regain, and we're gonna end up revamping anyway. So there's gonna be like two different revamps of Good Dawning here, right? The one when I move to my mother's, and then the one where I get my own place or move out of there in some fashion, right? So I just cracked. See now, Gen X is gonna bust 1,000. It's goofy when you get over 1,000. just keep up. Just don't do what I did, and just keep the momentum going. That's amazing, Clint. So everybody, if you have not subscribed to the Gen X effect, we're gonna get him to a grand here, and once you get to a grand, then you're on the other side of the rainbow, right? You flip over into larger. YouTube sees you with the same people who have 100,000 subscribers and who have 90,000 views, and so it gets interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. At least it did on my end. Your results may vary, but yeah. So just keep the momentum going. That's the biggest thing. But yeah, awesome, Clint. And Hershey, by the way, she's at like 850. So guys, if you want to help Hershey with grand as well, if you're not subscribed to Hershey the Shadow Reader, then you're not in. Do the work, right? Exactly. If you're not, my froggy ice pack is helping too. I'm trying to get there. Yeah, well, she's like at 850, so not too far behind. All right, guys. So subscribe to each other. There you go. That's what it really boils down to, right? Because and never and just what I've learned this since I fell off of YouTube, sort of to start moving the 3D, right? Yeah, never hold it to anybody for being or not being. Or I don't hold for not being a my. I don't hold it anything to anybody or anything else. So just like I'm not in all of your guys' lives anymore, and I apologize there. Thank you guys. Thank you, Hershey, and big favor and healing to everybody out there in YouTube land who needs it today. So yeah, so let's do some clearing. What's been going on in your universe this week? You know about mine. This is weird, right? But yeah. So what about yours? We gotta figure out how to collapse this lamp. That's gonna be the fun part tomorrow, right? I should be able to collapse it and put it in like a grocery bag. Theoretically, there is a bag for it. I gotta find it. It's in a bin, I think. But otherwise, I know that it's scary to think, but if you take the bottom of the tripod and you flip the legs up, poof, they won't break. They'll actually snap into place. So I know that much. And if we drop it down, then and I think I can collapse the Deuteronomy, the thing up and then you unscrew the bulb. And so but we're gonna take it with us and figure it out. We just can't jam it into the car. All like the lamp, all $8 or something from the cheapest one you could get. So I was like, no. Life's what happens to you when you. This is true. And thank you, Pink. Where is Pink, by the way? Does anybody see him? Damn it. Anybody? It's like that bridge, right? Where's that confounded bridge? Anybody seen the bridge? Garnet. Josh, will you do lives? Yes. That will occur. Most likely I'll still be in Colorado time, but we'll figure that out. Good thing for an automatic watch, right? Because just if I switch time zones, it switches with me, right? And we'll know by the phone anyways. But yeah, based on time, it'll still be exactly the same. Will I be? I'm not going to stop per se because it is an hour of driving time. But what I will do is do it from the car, so you can just watch me, right? Hi, how are you? Good morning. And we'll talk and chat, and I'll show you the road. And it may not be the same, but I will go live from the road, and then I may go live again. I'm supposed to meet up, and I didn't see you in the chat, but Lakeside, if you're out there, good dawning. I'm supposed to meet up with Lakeside Laura. So if I figure I'm leaving here 6 in the morning, between 6 and 7, it's 10 hours to to meet up with Lakeside approximately. So for either coffee, sandwich, or both, probably both. So yeah, and then at Dora, Dora, good dawning. And so then we may go live again. I may go live, not Memorex, just to hi, it's just the two of us. And so yeah, and just say, but otherwise, I'll go live during the drive. You know, if I see something interesting, if we stop for the world's largest ball of twine, and or something like that, or the world's largest Jiffy Pop pan, or something crazy, right? Who eats Jiffy? No, microwave popcorn isn't good for you either, right? So who knows, right? But either way, it's probably Jiffy Pop's probably better for you in the long run. But yeah, so either way, if I find the world's largest rubber band ball or something, we'll stop and take Corn Palace. But I'm not going to Nebraska. But yeah, so you get the idea. But yeah, we will definitely go live otherwise, but not Memorex, right? But yeah, so we'll do good dawning from the car as we're cruising down 70 in the flatness of nowhere, Kansas. By then, I should be in Kansas, I would imagine. Or at least close to it. Limano, Colorado, which is on the border. But definitely. And then when we get to Cincinnati, We will do good dunning from my mother's living room, I guess. There's not much else I can do. So yeah, until I'm not in my mother's living room. But for the moment, we will be. So yeah, grateful. One step at a time. Ben Bacon Bits. What's going on? Bacon, bacon, bacon. If we got a secondly, there's got to be a firstly, right? So let's see here. Why I Refuse to Use Proper English by Ben Turner. I've chosen to abstain from correct English for several entirely defensible reasons. Chief among them, I am spectacularly lazy. There you go. Spoken in more proper English. Right? Secondly, I am undoubtedly old. This concludes my linguistic manifesto. Duh. End. There we go. Right. That sounds like the right accent for that. Amaya, how you doing? Beautiful soul of artistic light and love. How goes it with the time it is? Ha ha ha. But no, no, really, you wouldn't want your universe to be sketchy, but yet at the same time, there's no place like who's got all right, Dorothy. So wait, Lindsay, let's talk for a minute before we do any energy clearing here, right? We haven't done this in a minute. So you're you're not going to Chicago, right? But you're going to Ohio. So what's round on both ends and tall in the middle, right? No, but so what's your 411 on your thoughts on Ohio? And we'll have to figure out then if you are literally going to Ohio, then maybe 2 hours away. I'm not just saying meeting for tea and crumpets, right? But maybe a meeting for either dinner or an overnight extended stay, either in Cincinnati or in Columbus, Ohio, right? Columbus, Ohio. Yeah, it's supposed to be the friendliest city in America, but I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I'm gonna debate that, but Columbus, yeah. So we can meet you guys up there or something. We'll have to figure it out though. But so what's your four? Were you moving? You mentioned Kansas. I did mention I'm driving through Kansas, and then I'm going to meet some of our family members lived somewhere near in Kansas, Toto, right? That sounds wonderful, Josh. I'm planning a trip with David, and we'll let you know when I do. Deal, exactly, dealio. There you go. Perfect. I mean, I'll drive up for the day. It's only 2.5 hours. Yeah, all these. Wait, we're not done yet. Once I realized that where I was going, I force jammed somebody, Angela, right, into receiving her package by hand, right? So I'm gonna instead of mailing it to her, which we should have done a while ago, but I'm gonna hand it to her with a few other things in it, of course. And so yeah, so there's another one, and then I'm understanding that there's a few others of our ilk, Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio triangle of weirdness, right? So if anybody under in the Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana weirdness zone of any sort and anywhere within those three weirdness spaces, let me know. And yeah, and absolutely, we will meet up in the natty there. But Amaya, when I know, yeah, awesome. David and I are so excited about my heading. Yeah, I mean, really, you have 6 months, so it's like get out of the cold, right? Yeah, I mean, we love you, and we every time we want more for you. Grateful, if nothing else. Get warm, damn you, damn it, Lindsay, go get warm. So yeah, we're grateful you're getting out of the Great White North there and moving off out of the tundra and at least for the short moment. And we're not going live today. Hershey and I will not be live today. I'm finishing up packing and it's kind of chaotic around here, the energy-wise, to say the least. And let's give some favor to Hershey there as well as we talked this morning. Injured foot, and so we're going to send Hershey some love. She's got her foot up, and we know that sitting with your foot down for any length of time is generally the wrong thing to do. So we all send you favor and healing love, and we see Hershey running the Pensacola Marathon in the not too distant future, or at least the Navy Marathon down there in Pensacola, not too distant future there, right? So for you, Hershey, there and your foot, and may it heal so we can get you, so you can get yourself going, literally. But yeah, we love you, and so there is no live today, but next Thursday will be extra special. Why? Because we'll be right there with Mom, and so yeah, that'll be fun. She can see the behind the scenes of the one cell phone studio. Remember, it flips me out. And tell me, guys, do you ever get that studio And he's looking at the JVC, that red JVC camera. Now it's like not only we have the broadcasting studio, we've got the actual studio. Here's the studio wherever you are. You are your own studio, right? And then we literally have the whole broadcasting system directly in front of us. How insane is that, right? That yeah, and I still want to know how he hooked. How did they hook that JVC, TV with the RCA jacks, right? Because it would have had RCA jacks back in the day, right? Red, green, and yellow, and then maybe the stereo jack, right? So how did they hook that up to that black and white TV? Hmm? Inquiring minds want to know. I want to know because they had nothing to plug into an RCA jack back then. Nothing whatsoever, right? Nor did they have an S video cable, right? No, they did not have. Who had the adapter? Where they go to Radio Shack, Clint? They went to Radio Shack and got the Y adapter, right? Remember the screw-in adapter for the two, like when you back in the day when you had an Atari and you had the. They get the adapter with the Tandy, like Tandy brought. They had the Radio Shack catalog on top of the toilet with the Sears catalog back in the day. Right? No, what did they do? Right. Yes, LOL. Went down to the old electronic supply store. And you got any resistors, transistors? They'd be like, what? I need a couple of silicon diodes. They'd be like, what the hell are you talking about? Wow. Yeah, I used to run. No, Ben, I used to run a radio. Yeah. All right. Captain Geek. Right? I used to run a Radio Shack, right? One in Coral Gables Mall, Coral Springs. I ran that one for a minute. And I have two Radio Shacks, right? So, but yeah. Coral Springs, Coral Square Mall. There we go. So yeah, Coral Springs. Josh, almost. Amaya's almost at 500 subs. We got 900 and 500 and 850 going on already. So Amaya, yes, sub up. 50%. A good chunk of channels never make 500. That people give it. Who's buffering? Shouldn't be. If I'm buffering, let me know. Mo. Hey Victor, how you doing, brother? Hey Mo. How you doing as well? All right. So outside of just being a kind of a loose stream here at this point, and of course, if I'm buffering, then it's a really loose stream, right? Who's you are not alone in the buffering. Well, hopefully, I'm not buffering, but no, I should have. I have 5 bars here, 4 bars. I'm still in LTE though. I've only used 5G once. It's like, all right, I don't want to do a body adjust to the 5G, so I just left my phone on LTE, right? It works just as well. Except T-Mobile's going to shut LTE down next year. And it's supposed to go in T-Mobile's world, so we'll have to switch at some point. All right, so let's clear some energies as we generally do. Much love to... it's on our ends, just bad internet. Well, I'm not going to state it's just your ends with all the solar craptivity that's been going. Woo! With all the sun activity and all that. So yeah, we had the X 1.4, and so we got hit with the solar storms and the sunspots. So yeah, so we got hit with the solar radiation from the sunspots. So yeah, it may just be more aligned with the fact that we created a live system that's totally dependent on our magnetosphere staying in balance, right? And so yeah, so our magnetic electricity system is based on the balance of our magnetic sun. And so when our magnetic sun goes out of balance, so does our magnetosphere, which sends our magnetic, generally speaking, electricity system haywire. But yeah, no, it sends it all haywire. So in that case, is it you? Is it the solar activity? More likely the solar activity. But my puppy's name is Solar Ray. How cool. That's cool. All right, so Amaya's at 483. So let's see if. All right, goal for Amaya. We're gonna make a goal here, right? We see Amaya at 500 subs by next Monday, right? So get your friends, get your family, get everybody. Put it on Facebook. Stick it on the bathroom wall, right? Right next to 8675309 for a good time, right? Call. So put it right there and have everybody sub to Amaya, right? Sub. I want to see it everywhere, right? We're gonna see it like say Ferris, right? We're gonna see a sub to Amaya on the water tower, right? Just like say Ferris. There you go. She looks like a ray of light. I'm excited. Not to bust anyone's bubble. Side, and that's hopefully you do, because you earned it, right? Your content has created 500 people who want to watch you. That's what's the amazing part. Wait, anybody wants to watch you is what makes it amazing, right? It's like me, hello. There's a billion YouTube channels. Well, technically everyone's a YouTube channel, but there's only a billion that have content, and then how many actually get more content? But yeah, exactly. So favor, all We are. We're all a ray of light. That is true. We are all a ray of light to each other, though. That's the thing, right? Hopefully, you're a light to yourself, right? You're not your own darkness, right? You can be your own dark. Ask. We can ask a guy named Adolf about being your own darkness, but he lit his own darkness. But nonetheless, exactly. We'll hold out. I love that. Yeah, awesome, guys. Awesome. All right, so let's clear some energies and take a moment here. Take a deep breath with me, and the wind's breathing on its own here. We got like 60, 70 mile an hour winds today. If it's a weird weather around here, because that's all right. But the answers, my friends, are always blowing in the wind, right? The answers are blowing in the wind. I'm going in and out. Am I audio wise or video wise? Who knows? All right. Boop, right. So if I will ask, is the video all right? Is the audio all right? But otherwise, Karen Suki for number 500. Yes. You freeze for 20. I froze. There we go. And then freeze, right? Freeze! Rock! Freeze! That's a cocaine getting higher. That's the cocaine song. Do 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 do. White line? Was it white lines? Video man, I spell everything wrong today. Over and over. Don't sweat it, Josh. It's fun. Everyone getting a preview of time jumps. Oh wow, we are. Oh really? Okay, let's try something. Hang on, let's try something. We're gonna switch networks. Poof. Done. All right, let's try that and see what happens. We will. That's it. You're on Wi-Fi now, so let's see what happens here. But I don't know. And always half the battle, right? All right. So let's close out, guys, or not close out, but let's do some energy work. There we go. So, what do you need to clear from your universe? What's been going on for the past week or so in your universe? Let's do the chalkboard method, or if you're in Florida, you can do the beach method, or if you want to write it on paper and set it on fire, toss in the fireplace, you can do that. Whatever works for you. If you have an etch a sketch, you can write on it and shake it up. That's always fun, right? Like, I'm pissed at. Shake it up. There you go. And they just erase them, right? When you shake it up. Erase the energy. Exactly. So from your end, and is in your universe. So take a moment, guys, and think about that as we go ahead and clear some energetics, right? So what are you looking to clear from your universe? And maybe you almost hit a skateboarder, or you got cut off at the grocery store, right? There you go. All right, so take a moment, and if you're new here, all you gotta do is visualize a chalkboard like in Simpsons and Bart writing, "I will not throw spitballs at Lisa again," or whatever it is, 500 times. Well, you're just writing the energy that my bosses in the TPS reports are favor, right? Whatever it is, and then you just erase the chalkboard. Clear the energy. We're not getting rid of the person. We're just clearing the energetics that they are generating in your unit, right? Exactly. All right, so from your end, go ahead and take a minute or less and clear those clear those energies, and I will do the same. All right, keep clearing energies from your end, and whatever anything comes up, this is some of the tools that we have in our tool basket, right? We have the spiritual toolkit that we carry around, right? So everybody's got their own Swiss Army knife of tools for spirituality. So from your end, in your toolkit, right? There we go. What can you put into your toolkit? That's one of your tools. There is to clear the energy as it comes in, right? So we don't have to hold it as the energy comes. We just, no, I'm not going to take that. You can just, it's as simple as that, really. Like somebody like, well, you're a jerk, I'm away. And you don't take it. Right? And if you want to take it and you walk around going, why am I a jerk? What did he say? What did I do? You can do that as well, but that's up to you. But yeah, so you hold the key to doing this exercise whenever or wherever, right? And if somebody cuts you off in the car, instead of honking and flipping them off, you just clear that. Thank you, favors. I am seen, and let go, right? And then you make sure that you state that you're seen, and you won't be cut off as much, right? Josh, your audio is going in and out. It shouldn't be. Really. All right. Let's hang on. All right, we'll try speaking louder if that helps, but who knows? Is this any better? Hopefully, favor that this is better than hopefully you guys can still hear me there as we fade away. Well, we're gonna get ready to close this out anyway, so it kind of works. And I will listen to it myself and check as well to see what. Yeah, it's probably the weather then at this point. Um, Weird, it is buffering. Okay, guys, I have no idea why. And so I apologize. We're gonna work with the labradorite. You don't need to hear me to do that. And then we're going to close out with our group hug if you can hear it. Hopefully, if not, we will figure out why we are buffering here. But who knows? All right, so here we go, guys. With your permission, with the labradorite, here we go. And we're gonna work on figuring out the microphone. You may see a test live later. Today, we're gonna figure out cranking up the microphone as well. And you got all that situated too. But yeah, first you put your feet up and be awesome because you are. Here we go, guys, with the labradorite. All right. All right, guys. We're not going to keep this too much longer. Everybody's kind of fading out here. All right. Hopefully, you guys. I'm not buffering still. Am I? Am I buffering? Yes or no? And I can't help if I am, but maybe I am. I don't know. Buffer occasionally, not at the moment. YouTube. Be friendly, YouTube. It's up to mischief. Yeah, exactly, Ben. Thank you. I love you, brother. All right, guys, let's seal this off. We're gonna close this up and get me packing. This will be kind of a goofy good dawning. Bonnie, I will one big buffer. Favor. Damn it, Janet. Bonnie, if you can hear me, I will text you in a short bit as far as mail and all that. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and release this. Let's go ahead and close out with a group hug. And time jump. There we go. I like those surveys peeking through, sun rays peeking through. Yep, Ben. It's okay. You've been buffering the entire time. It's not awful, but yeah, I mean, we're up, we're running. I got 5 bars, so I don't know why I'd still be buffering, but I'm on the road. But Bunny, I will get in touch with you shortly if need be. But well, either way. But all right, guys, grateful. Let's close this out with the group hug if you guys can hear it. Left arm up to the person to your left, right arm up to the person to your right. We take our love out of our left hand here and spin it around just like we do every single day through each and everyone's heart here. And we take my heart and your heart and Bunny's heart and Ben's heart and Tina's heart and Shelly's heart and Lindsay's heart, and we spin it around faster and faster like the Large Hadron Collider into one big heart. And we take that heart and spin it through each other and to each other, and we lock it in like a tornado into the greater source field. Hopefully you guys can see me. I'm not buffering out here. And we send our love as well. And we see everybody in the greater source field, hopefully in clarity today, not buffering. And we see everybody in their straight space there, not buffering. We get the full message from each and everybody today, that we can hear them and we can hear what they're saying in clarity, that we can see them and we can see them for who and what they really are in their fullness. And we give everybody that same respect today as we do each and every day in our universe. And we see everybody, no matter how full or unfull, we see each and every one of us in the highest light today, either which way. Buffer. But either which way. And we see the internet in love and peace, whether it's buffering or not in YouTube and its algorithm. We love you in love and peace as well. And we see each and everybody today and, of course, tomorrow as well, trying to figure out who and what they are as best they can, either soaring or not, but being the best that hopefully they can be there, and we see them and allow them to either soar or to not, and of course yourself as well. And with that, we see Mother Earth with no X's or O's in the sky, and no, of course, forever chemicals or plastics in her soil. Hallelujah. So, although we may buffer on the road from Kansas, through Kansas, I'm not going to lie. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me in the buffer zone. And tomorrow we will be live again, hopefully not buffering, and we will figure things out. But otherwise, guys, grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you. And I will see you all tomorrow in the dawning. Love you guys. Thank you. Sorry for the screwy internet, but I can't really control that.